Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Tamaraw student leaders. Welcome to our Young Leaders Educational Dialogue or ULEAD Leadership Talk series for the first semester of 2021 to 2022. ULEAD is brought to you by the FEU Career and Placement Office in collaboration with the Office of Student Development. This is Ron Gascon, the coordinator of the FEU Career and Placement Office or CAPO, and I'm also a faculty from the Interdisciplinary Studies Department of FEU Institute of Arts and Sciences. I'm also your MC and moderator this afternoon. The Young Leaders Educational Dialogue, or ULEAD, is designed to provide leadership talk and training dedicated to our student leaders by equipping them with the necessary knowledge, skills training, and relevant topics and leadership approaches through engagement with various industry professionals and experts. And for today's ULEAD leadership talk titled Be a TAMSpiration, Embracing the Qualities of a True Leader, we are privileged and grateful to be joined by our speaker. He's also a proud FEU alumnus and a former Tamaraw student leader. Student participants are invited to participate and engage with our resource speaker during the Q&A segment right after the talk by posting your questions in the chat box. For those watching in our live stream via the FEU official Facebook page, you may also send in your questions in our comment section. We really are excited for your participation as we progress in our leadership talk this afternoon. Just a reminder, please make sure that your microphones are on mute to avoid causing any unnecessary interruptions. Thank you so much for your cooperation and let us maximize our learning from today's event. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the welcoming remarks, may I call on the director of the FEU Student Development, Ms. Rachel A. Lintag. Rachel, good afternoon. The virtual floor is yours.
Good afternoon, Ron. Thank you, Sir Ron. Beth Ravis, an American author of science fiction and a novelist, once said, and I quote, "Power isn't control at all. Power is strength and giving that strength to others. A leader isn't someone who forces others to make him stronger. A leader is someone willing to give his strength to others that they may be or they may have the strength to stand on their own." End of quote. Being a leader entails the gift of inspiring others to become best versions of themselves. Leaders motivate others to discover their potentials and help them maximize these potentials. Leaders move people towards a common goal, shared goals, and make the team realize that the achievement of the goal is not the sole responsibility of the leader, but a collaborative, collective efforts of all its members. Leaders are team players and are open to learn from others and be inspired as well. Hence, leaders are always aware of themselves and embrace new opportunities and insights as they fulfill their gift of inspiring others. For today's Young Leaders Educational Dialogue, You Lead Leadership Talk, the FEU Career and Placement Office, in partnership with the Office of Student Development and Marketing and Communication Office, invites an inspiring leader, passionate, driven, inquisitive, committed, and collaborative. His extensive knowledge on the human psyche, his abundant experience in policy making and implementation, and of course his interesting journey as a student leader and an advocate of uplifting the lives of many will make us realize that each one of us is a leader in our family, among our friends and classmates, in a student organization, in the community, and more importantly, we are leaders of our own lives. We invite you to focus your attention to his stories and insights of how he became and continue to be a times inspiration, living the FEU core values of fortitude, excellence, and uprightness. Indeed, today is a wonderful day to learn and be inspired as we welcome all of you to the Young Leaders Educational Dialogue Leadership Talk titled Be a Tamspiration, Embracing the Qualities of a True Leader. Good afternoon and thank you. Back to you, Sir Ron.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Graciel Lintag, the Director of the Office of Student Development, for such an inspiring, welcoming remarks. Thank you so much for the warm welcome to all our participants in our ULEAD Leadership Talk today. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to us our ULEAD resource speaker, may I call on the Director of the FEU Career and Placement Office, Miss Maria Carmencita Suva Alfonso. Ma'am Babes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Sir Ron. First of all, I would like to apologize because I couldn't turn on the camera because of poor internet signal. But nevertheless, I will be introducing to you our special guest, our resource speaker for today. He is a graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Psychology at Far Eastern University, of course, in Manila, and took up a postgraduate degree of Master's in Education, major in Special Education at the University of the Philippines, Diliman. His formal entry to the government commenced in the Department of Education as a Senior Administrative Assistant 3 to the Undersecretary for Governance and Operations. He served as the Executive Assistant to the Executive Director of the Dangerous Drugs Board and later on as the Program Manager of the Philippines Anti-Illegal Drug Strategy Program Management Office. In 2020, he was appointed as Section Chief of the Policy Studies Section under the Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Miatari. Sir Michael, the virtual floor is yours. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat po, Ma'am Babes. Allow me to share my screen first. Uh, can everyone now see my screen?
Yes, sir, Michael, we can see your screen.
Thank you po, Sir Ron. Before I start, I would like to give a warm greetings to all the students and alumni of Far Eastern University. I would like to thank the Director of the FEU Career and Placement Office, Ms. Maria Carmencita Suba Alfonso. Ma'am Babes, isa pong karangalan lagi sa akin ang bumalik at magbahagi sa Far Eastern University community. I'd also like to thank as well Ms. Gracia Lintag, the Director of the FEU Student Development, and to all the organizers for bringing me to the Young Leaders Educational Dialogue, or ULEAD Leadership Training Series. As I begin my discussion, allow me to give a brief background about myself. So, ako po ay isang civil servant. I'm currently working in the Dangerous Drugs Board under the Office of the President. We are the lead agency on drug abuse prevention and control that formulates the policies and strategies that would serve as our guide in pursuing anti-drug priorities. I work under the Policy Studies, Research, and Statistics Division as the Section Chief of the Policy Studies Section. We are the principal action unit at kami ang gumagawa ng mga pag-aaral at patungkol sa psikolohiya, sociological, and all other aspects of drug abuse problem to build scientific basis for the development of programs and policies. Naniniwala kami sa kahalagahan ng research in formulating effective policies and programs as it ensures that we follow the best practices and at the same time we adhere to the highest standards and at the same and for the benefit of the Filipino people, especially those people who became victims of illegal drug use. And malaking bahagi ang FEU sa kung paano ako naging civil servant that I am today. And FEU has been a witness as well to my humble beginnings. It's been a home that molded me to become the person that I am today. It was an eye-opener as it gave me a chance to see firsthand the everyday struggle of the underserved communities who deserve the same right that every Filipino deserves. Communities not having access to clean water or electricity, to adequate healthcare facilities, to quality education, crossing mountains, islands, and rivers, volunteering to several social civic engagements, trying to reach the poorest communities that are often neglected by the society. It allowed me to use my practice as a psych major back then. And at the same time, it allowed me to learn firsthand how we could use our knowledge and skills to make an impact for others. others. And that is why my journey in FEU is about creating chances. I have learned and believe that learning should not be limited with the knowledge that you receive from the books that you read or the lessons that you take in the four walls of your classroom. Hence, my classroom back then was extended beyond the halls of the university, immersed to the urban and rural underserved communities, in volunteering by engaging myself to several non-government organizations and social civic initiatives. I have learned a lot, and I have learned that it's important to make the most out of what we have and the chances that we have been given, as there are people who might not have the same chances that we have. And with those chances given to us, we must strive to create chances for others as well. And thus, we now um, bring the question, how do we embrace the qualities of a true leader? We are all facing unprecedented challenges brought by the COVID-19 pandemic. And this global challenge has forced countries, including the Philippines, to enforce extreme measures which hampered operations and brought significant impact to various sectors. It has brought significant changes in the geopolitical, economic, and social landscape. And unfortunately, it has cost a lot of lives, a lot of opportunities, jobs. And among the sectors that were affected are the educational institutions, katulad na lang ng Forester University. At sa mga hamon na kinakaharap natin ngayon, marami talaga tayong pangamba. Marami din tayong mga katanungan. Pero wag nating kakalimutan na pwede tayong matakot sa mga hamon ng hindi naduduwag. Pwede tayong tumindig pa rin ng buong tapang na humarap at tumugon sa mga hamon ng panahon. And the world is rapidly changing around us. And we know that the system must also be able to evolve quickly and adapt. Now more than ever, you are called to be brave and to find strength from each other as you continue your goals for the studentry. To be brave in the face of uncertainty, struggle, sacrifice, ultimately to embrace the qualities of a true leader. You may be asking yourself, ano ba ang katangian ng isang great leader sa panahon na ito? We often picture that a great leader is an all-knowing superhero that stands in command and leads the way for the followers. But these are often based on the world that was, not the world that is now, or the world that is coming. Our situations taught us that we cannot control everything, but we could still lead from where we are and with what we have, to become managers of change and not directors of change, to bounce back, and to have the fortitude to continue with wisdom and strength. That is why we are still called to lead in excellence. As kids, we are often taught na ang isang tao na may excellent qualities are those who are the first or those who have titles and achievements. And those who are on the last are often not excellent. But while grades reflect the dedication and commitment of one to learning, it doesn't completely define the success of an individual. All the more the one's incapacities. And this should not hinder one to reach their dreams. One's excellence is not just about your titles, your position, or achievements. These does not automatically make one a good leader, nor does it define the success of an individual. Not everyone is called to be in the position that you have right now, or nor have the same access to the resources that you have. Use your position to be of service to others, not to be served, to give voice to the voiceless that you are representing and work for their best interests. Time and again, the university founder, Dr. Nicanor Reyes Sr., has emphasized that the value of a person is not measured by the amount of the material things that one accumulates, by the amount of service that one renders to others. Hence, not only selfish interests should direct one's school, but also public welfare. It is critical that we ensure that we use our leadership roles in making an impact for others, that we continually have accessible spaces and platforms to continue engaging with each other. We have also seen firsthand the importance of proactive, evidence-based, and human-centered programs, projects, and activities. And there is no one-size-fits-all formula for becoming a great leader. Who we are, composed of our passions, our personality, and involvements, are rooted in our experiences with other people or situations around us, and how we act or react towards these people and our local situations have influenced our growth and choice of involvements. But being conscious of the roots of who we are and what we do reminds us of what we are now is a contribution of other people and situations we have encountered and will ground us in humility and gratitude. Being conscious through reflection of our growth and what is happening to us in the process of growth gives us the capacity to determine what we can become. Do we allow our achievements to get into our heads? Or do we make our achievements our gift to serve our community? Who we are spending your time with? What topics are you usually talking about with this group of people? Where do you usually travel? What books are you usually reading? How are you distilling these to understanding potential discontinuities and making a decision to prepare and to anticipate the next change? Being able to continuously monitor how we are being influenced by external conditions also give us the capacity to act on these instead of being acted upon by these factors. Great leaders are not head down. They see all the factors, all the corners, shaping their future and not just reacting to it. And by becoming aware of these, it gives us both freedom and power to choose what to do and how to act. Ultimately, we learn to become responsible for what we become in our growth processes. Realization that the journey of becoming a great leader is something that you are already a part of, but uh, but it is not something that you have done by yourself. It is a process where you are not only making an impact for others, but the process itself is changing you. Experiences. This could be in a form of painful experiences where we stumble or lost something very significant, or painful circumstances, or even happy ones, such as gaining breakthroughs or having achievements. These experiences enrich us every day. As they say, experience is the best teacher. It can build and strengthen one's character. Experience can also provide us our motivations and reasons for doing things, such as our advocacy or our chosen goals. And thus, these experiences develop our values. And these values are our non negotiables. They serve as our anchor in making decisions and choices. Our advocacies, our goals, our breakthroughs, our plans are also a reflection of our values. One cannot be socially aware or responsible if he or she is not aware of his or her own capabilities and motivations. Values are validated or turned by our experiences. It is honed by our experiences, depending on how we interpret each situation and how we chose to see these things. It is where self-awareness comes in and helps us assess each situation based on how we know ourselves and how previous experiences hone our values as well. And as you hold on to your values, use your position to build connections, not walls. What is the diversity measure of your personal and relationship network? We all have a network of people that we're comfortable with, but great leaders understand that having a diverse network is a source of pattern identification at greater levels and also of solutions. Because you have people that are thinking differently than you are, they have the capacity to develop relationships with people that are very different from you. Could be biological or physical differences, functional differences, political differences, cultural or socioeconomic differences. And yet, despite all these differences, great leaders learn how to connect with them. They trust you enough to cooperate with you in achieving as a shared goal. And we should always ask ourselves, do you have the courage enough to abandon a practice that has made you successful in the past? To go out of your comfort zone. The most impactful development comes when we don't settle on just doing what's familiar and comfortable. Great leaders dare to be different. They do not just meddle on the idea of taking risks, but are actually doing it. And along the way, they find people who think differently and are willing to share that vision. You have an honorable task of leading to become a better version of, for the people that you serve to become a better version of themselves. To whom much is given, much is expected as well. And as you have earned the trust and confidence in gaining the position that you have or the leadership responsibility that you have, how can you be able to help in providing a safe and nurturing environment for your community? The words of our university founder 79 years ago during his commencement address in 1941 remain true and relevant to this day. That the people in FEU are not people who will stand on the sidelines of national struggle. They are full of realization that they can best serve themselves by serving their countrymen, each to make their own contribution to a greater common national task. And true enough, there are Tamaraw health workers of today who are risking their lives on the front lines, striving to give medical aid to as many Filipinos as they can. We have Tamaraw teachers and workers in educational institutions who, amid the pandemic, are still doing their best to give as much learning access to their learners. And there are workers in the tourism and hospitality industry working towards economic development. Tamaraw workers in the field of business and finance, ensuring accountability and stability of the economy. There are Tamaraw workers in the field of communications, still fighting to serve as our country's eyes and ears, and to give voice to the voiceless. We have seen people who work in the field of arts and culture, helping those people in confinement and isolation. We have seen Tamaraw lawyers and workers in the public sector who remain committed in standing up for the truth, even at the face of persecution. May you give honor to your position by refusing to stay hidden in the sidelines. As other Filipinos fight for their rights, your role is instrumental in building a Philippines that every Filipino deserves. There is no monopoly in service. Walang isang kasagutan sa kung saan tayo pinaka-kailangan o kung saan tayo pinaka pwedeng magpagsilbi. Be the best that you are in your chosen field sa kung papaano kayo makakatulong at kung ano ang maaaring niyong iambag. Let us look at every opportunity to serve and be the kind of servant leaders that the FEU community deserves, that the Philippines deserves, the kind of servant leaders that our country deserves. And you could start by taking your time to register to vote. It is important to register to vote and maximize your right to elect and make an informed choice of choosing the next leader for our country. You could encourage others to register to vote as well, or you may volunteer to voters' education efforts and engage in discussion that would raise various community agenda and issues. It's time for us to be informed, make informed choices, and to choose the leaders based on issues, social issues, and agendas. An informed choice is vital in creating inclusive policies and mechanisms that would enable more people to access the services that they deserve from the government. And as you embark the honorable duty of being of service to others, always remember your why. Always be clear on why you chose to become a student leader in FEU, on why you chose your chosen field right now. And be clear that it's not always about you. It is about each and every single person that you serve, that you represent in your community. Ultimately, never stop dreaming. And do not allow life's challenges to hinder your dreams. It is one thing to dream for yourself, but it's also another thing to dream for something larger than yourself. To dream for a kind of Philippines that you want to live in, and let your everyday living serve as a spark of that vision and a conduit of that message until it becomes a reality. Be brave to continuously dream, and as you strive to fulfill your dream, may you bring the Philippines with you. The Filipinos are still worth loving for and fighting for. And I hope that as you reach for your dreams, you may be able to create chances as well for your family. I'm hoping as well that some of you may consider in working for the government, serving towards nation building through public service. But whatever your chosen field is, do your best to make the most out of what you have to create more chances for others, especially the least, the last, and the best. That ends my quick discussion, and I hope that you were able to learn from the insights that I was able to share. And maraming salamat for giving me this time to share my experiences and insights from the experiences of my journey in FEU and my current journey in public service, working in the government. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Sir Michael Miatari, for such inspiring, no? It's insightful, informative talk about the qualities, no, and how we can embrace the qualities of a true leader. So I think our student leaders and also our students, aspiring leaders here, both in the live stream and inside the MS Teams, would like to share their questions. We are inviting you to post your questions now. But while we are waiting for the questions to come in, I think, sir, it's important, no? Maybe we could talk about your journey, no, as a Tamaraw student leader, and which of the qualities that you learned as a Tamaraw student leader were actually beneficial when you had your transition as a student and become when you became, no, a professional and a public servant, sir? Which of those qualities that you learned from university ang alam niyo, sir, no, to help you, no, to become a successful public servant?
Yung pinaka-important quality is yung groundedness towards your values, especially in public service. Um, it's hard to serve in the government if you are not firm with your values, if you are not, if you will not uphold your integrity to service. And ang sabi nga nila, ang lahat ng masakit at mapait ay nagiging kaakit-akit. Depende sa bakit. And while it is very challenging and it's hard to serve in the government, um, it is not financially rewarding, and it really demands a lot from a person. Pero as you continue with your work, you question every day your whys, and these answers are grounded with the values of why you have chosen to work in the public sector in the first place. So mahalaga yon kasi whenever you are placed in a circumstance where you are challenged to make a sound choice, you always go back to your values, and you always go back to your why.
Thank you, Sir Mike. I think that's correct, no, when you said that it's being grounded. Like as a student leader, it's understand that you would have a connection to the issues, problems, dilemmas, no, of a certain organization or even your community where you actually belong. No? It's really important to connect to people and see the root cause of the problem, because as a student leader, you have already a chance to make a difference. No, especially that when you become a professional and you go on with your career. Sir Mike, we are asking here some question, no? Like, what advice can you give some student leaders here, or actually, this is for the aspiring student leaders, no, that they want to become a leader, but they don't want to be in the front line. Is that really possible to happen, sir? That you are just in the sideline or at the backdrop, or but you still want to be part of the leadership goal or the part of the leaders circle, but you don't want to be really in the limelight. Is that really possible to happen, sir?
It is very possible, Sir Ron. Being a leader is not about titles or recognitions. It's not about being the president of your organization or being the representative of your community. It's about your passion to serve others and your willingness to take a step forward. In my experience in FEU, I started serving without any position. The distinctions came after, but those were not the things that I am after. It's about the experience of learning a lot from the people that you serve. Because on the process of serving, you also gain a lot. Life lessons, valuable insights that allow you to improve yourself as a person and eventually as a leader.
That's a good advisor and a reminder for all of us here, aspiring leaders listening, that we're not serving for the accolades, for the awards, or for the recognition. It's the altruistic tendency of a person to really make a difference, no, and to also uplift, the standard or the way of life, or even the system itself, right? That you can do certain tasks, or even be responsible, to certain things that will help us change, the quality of our lives, in different ways, right? Sir, there's a question from Joseph Luis Barrera, one of our students here. Joseph is actually a former student at isa siya sa mga suki lagi ng mga webinar ng Career and Placement Office, and also ng ULEAD, no? Hi, sir. In a world where uncertainties and changes are always present or happening, how can a leader deal with these uncertainties? How can he or she prepare for it? Lalo na ngayon, sir, I think this is really timely, no? This kind of question, no, for the leaders. The uncertain times, or uncertainties in our times right now.
Very valid and good question. That is why the we need to have the qualities of not just being reactive with the circumstances, but by being proactive as well. Mahirap naman na magpadala lang sa alon na dala ng panahon. As you continue your leadership journey, you must learn how to make firm decisions. Um, Make choices not based on the circumstances, but based on sound decisions that are grounded on your values. And learn to bounce back from the adversity and to have the fortitude to continue with wisdom and strength as well.
Yes, I agree, sir, because we remember now from the World Economic Forum, it was mentioned that one of the top 10 skills, in 2020 and 2021 is to have a sound judgment and the decision-making skills. So I think, yeah, that will serve as some sort of a way, to like a safety net, for all the leaders here, that we need to be firm with the decisions and understand the situation, and of course, the decisions, of course, kailangan pangatawanan, no? We really need to stand by it, and of course, with the help of your members and also the organization, I'm sure this will be something that will help us prepare with the uncertainties, no? Thank you, Joseph, for that question. Sir, another question is asking for advice for those students who felt that they, as a student leader now, they felt that they have not really done much for the organization, and they felt like they are not worthy to be called as leader, because they felt like that they are just following, you know, um, the objectives, the goals, or the projects of their senior leaders, and they felt like they have not really, became a major player in the accomplishments of a certain organization. What advice can you give to this kind of thoughts, sir?
Um, do not be do not feel pressured. Ang leadership journey ay isang marathon, hindi ito pabilisan. Hindi rin ito paramihan ng projects or
Mm-hmm.
paramihan ng titles or paramihan ng organization na sinasalihan.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think karaniwan na misconception ng isang FEU student leader ay dapat pag student leader ka ay officer ka ng ganitong
Mm-hmm.
mga organizations or awardees ka ng mga ganitong award-giving bodies. But it's not about that. Uulitin ko na it's not about the titles, as our founder said. It's about the impact that you make with what you have, using using the resources that you have right now, your study, your field. Uh, how can you make an impact? It's not about using those tools that you already have to serve others. It doesn't have to be grand. It doesn't have to be a lot. It just has to be done with meticulousness, carefulness, and with the intent of serving others. And ito yung lagi kong sinasabi na when we do something, it should be on the intent of uh, creating how we could build someone or how we could create an impact for someone uh, to help them achieve or to help them uh, gain more potential and have more access.
Thank you, sir, again for such insightful reminder, no, that, don't feel pressured. I like what you mentioned, sir, no, na hindi karera no, pag sinabi mo kasing ano na nagmamadali ka, no, but it's really about the endurance, the resiliency, no,
Correct.
of being a leader. That's why you call it a marathon. Yung kasi may tatagal dun sa laban at talaga magi-stay until the end at kang makarating ka sa finish line. But it's not really about how fast you were able to be to achieve, no, or to go to that direction, but it's really about the journey, no, that you have, no. So I think, sir, that's really interesting as an advice for all our student leaders. Also, sir, no, may isang anonymous question dito because they also noticed in their internship interview and then job interview as well, no, that some of the questions being asked by the interviewers is about your leadership experience. So, sir, paano po ako na hindi naging student leader sa FEU? May chance pa po ba ako na magkaroon ng similar po na mga what do you call this, no, advantage, no, kung hindi naman po ako naging student leader, how can I also become valuable as well, no? So I think, sir, yung issue rito is parang mas nagkakaroon ng advantage kung student leader ka nung college kasi tinatanong daw siya sa mga job interview. What's your thought about this, sir?
While being a student leader could offer an array of advantage of having the experience of working for non-academic matters, um, ang experience din naman ay hindi lang nadidiktahan ng involvement alone or claiming a position alone. You may become the president of a certain organization but
Mm-hmm.
don't have much actual experience with the work that is being demanded with the company that you are applying for. I think yung relevant din naman sa mga companies ngayon and sa mga institutions ay yung actual exposure mo to that kind of work, which is not just limited in being involved sa mga leadership opportunities in FEU. But um, it is best to not limit yourself in the four walls of your classroom or in the books that you just read. Allow yourself to be immersed further. Marami pang pwedeng matutunan at hindi mo lang yun talaga matututunan in theories. You must enable yourself to be engaged by using your
Welcome to the
practice
20.
in sharing and building network with others. Mahalaga yun.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir. No, that's again, I myself, no, I'm also learning from your thoughts na as well, no. Kasi lagi po siyang concern ng mga estudyante natin, no, kapag may mga job interviews, no. Paano, sir? Kailangan ba may mga extracurricular activities? Paano kami mapapansin sa interview? Because I've never been a student leader, but that's a reassuring way of saying that you can also highlight, no, similar activities that will show your own leadership qualities na hindi naman kailangan ng title na ikaw ay presidente ng organization or talagang naging officer. Sir, there's another question here. Advice po, umingi po na advice sa inyo, sir, one of our students here. Ano po ang advice niyo sa mga bagong graduates na punong-puno ng idealism at papasok sa sistemang maaring ma-disillusion sila sa paglipas ng panahon? Yan, sir.
Reminds me of myself when I was still uh, a newly graduated student and when I entered in the government. Uh, well, it is a day-to-day journey of holding to your values, uh, honing your leadership, uh, working in or the professional world is not perfect. Kahit anong work pa yan, whether it be in the private sector or in the public sector. And you will always encounter challenges and adversities. That is why mahalaga na bumalik ka lag whenever you encounter situations where you feel that your back is pressed against the wall, lagi mong babalikan ang iyong bakit. And pahalagahan mo yun. Hawakan mo ng maigi. Kasi ito din yung pangahawakan mo whenever you have these challenges. And sabi nga nila, kung ang isang bagay na mahalaga, patuloy mong mamahalin, pagtsatsagaan mo, pag-iingatan mo, at gagawin mo ang lahat din para matupad mo yun. Same thing applies with your dreams. It's good to have those ideas, but your life experiences will enable you to further shape these ideas para mas maging grounded siya into reality. Pero wag mong kakalimutan to stick with your values. Kasi only dead fishes go with the flow. Mahirap na ang isang tao could easily be persuaded to do something even if that thing is against your values. And we've seen the effects of it na um, na gumagawa ng isang bagay na hindi naaayon sa conviction or konsensya ng isang tao. It's detrimental for yourself and detrimental for others as well. Ayun.
Again, thank you, sir, for answering that no, in such a very objective way, and of course, helping us understand. No, when you mentioned that we need to go and deal with the challenges on a day-to-day basis. No, I remember when I was in college, no, about to graduate, my teachers, my professors will always say that you have to prepare yourself for a cutthroat competition type of environment. Kaya doon sa term pala na cutthroat, di ba, nakakatakot na. No? Parang it's like telling you that whatever challenges that you have experience back in college. It's part of the training, no? Pero paglagpas mo sa totoong mundo, doon mo makikita yung realidad. And yes, correct sir, na araw-araw kang susubukin. That's why you have to hold firmly with your core values, which is fortitude, excellence, and uprightness. Yan ang tinuro sa atin ng ating universidad, no, ng FEU. And I'm sure the student leaders here are all nodding their heads at sinasabi nila na araw-araw tayo ay na-challenge no, on how we can really put this part of our system in whatever we do, whatever we say, no, and the way we act, no, and the way we create decisions. So again, sir, salamat sa pagpapaalala sa amin, no, na kailangan araw-araw yung ating pagiging matagumpay, no, sa mga pagsubok, no, sa workplace, and also your own values. Sir, I think this is a last question that would be beneficial for all the student leaders here and also the aspiring leaders here. I think I mean, we would like to know rather, sir, for those aspiring leaders, who are not yet part of the organization or student organization, how do they find themselves in the position that they are ready to serve and that they really want this kind of journey as a student leader? Is there's like a switch, or is this something that you will just need to pray, meditate, talk about, no, or is it just a feeling or emotion that you just want to be part of an organization? So I think this is really for the aspiring student leaders here, sir. Thank you.
Well, there's no one size fits all formula in finding out one's readiness in becoming a leader or in serving in an organization. But you could start with what interests you. Ano ba yung mga passion mo? Ano ba yung mga bagay na kahit pagpuyatan mo ay hindi ka napapagod dahil gusto mong gawin yung isang bagay mo. And invest on that. Do something about it. Allow that to be used as an instrument to make an impact for others. Eventually, you will find people who have the same interests that you have. And as you find these people who share the same vision, eventually you'll find yourself having a community or a circle, making an impact for others. It comes with experience, and malaking factor syempre yung willingness natin to go out of our comfort zone, to go beyond na hindi lang tayo sa academics lang katutok. We use the things that we learn in our academics to make a contribution for others. And yun, hindi siya automatic, hindi naman siya automatic na dapat ganito ka kagad ng isang organization. These things come along with the experience of and your willingness to open yourself to use your skills to, as instruments of serving others.
Thank you again, sir, for such inspiring message, no, and to all the aspiring student leaders here. That yes, that's correct. We're not just in the university to be trained academically, but it's also important that we know how to use our knowledge to be of service to others, no? And I think yun nga, isa rin yan sa mga skills ng 21st century service orientation, and it's really helping us to create a difference and of course help uplift the lives of others in whatever little capacity, whatever capacity that we have right now. And of course, it will become part of our system as we progress with our profession and career. Thank you so much for all your questions. Much as I would like to accommodate some of the other questions, I think if you have time also, we can send directly the questions to Sir Michael Miatari. I think he will be more than happy, or will be more accommodating to answer these questions offline, after the talk. But yes, thank you so much, sir. I think maraming mga insights pa rin yung mga ibang student leaders na after this talk. We learned a lot today how the qualities of a true leader is something that we need to embrace, especially now that we are in a global health crisis. And what we got, from the presentation of Sir Michael is that it's important for us to really look at the challenges on a day-to-day basis and create a firm decision about it. And that's helping you understand the true responsibility and the level of accountability that you have as a leader. And also, I think it's important to note that leadership is not just about the title. I think, paulit na sinabi ni Sir Yan kanina, it's really about your heart. It's really about the way you look at things, your perspective in life. And of course, no, that particular feeling that you would like to make a difference. And of course, helping to create a better version of your teammates, your classmates, your community members, not just about yourself, but also helping uplift their lives. Because when you do that, then of course everybody will have a better chance in the near future, and of course to have a better and a more progressive life. Thank you so much again, Sir Michael, for this talk. There you have it.
Maraming salamat.
Yes, sir. But of course, sir, bago tayo matapos, no, before we officially conclude the ULEAD leadership training talk rather today, we would like to present first this certificate of appreciation to our dear resource speaker. Let me read the text first. Far Eastern University and Career and Placement Office, in cooperation with Office of Student Development, Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to Mr. Michael P. Miatari for his valuable contribution as resource speaker during the Young Leaders Educational Dialogue Leadership Talks series. Given this 30th day of October 2021 at the Far Eastern University, Manila, signed by Graciel A. Lintag, the Director of FEU Student Development, Maria Carmencita Suva Alfonso, the Director of FEU Career and Placement Office, and of course, Generoso Pamitan Jr., PhD, Assistant Vice President for Academic Services. Sir Mike, before we officially conclude this ULEAD talk, are there any parting words, final thoughts, or final pieces of advice, or anything that you would like to share with our audience, especially to our Tamaraw student leaders, sir?
Para sa ating mga student leaders in FEU, patuloy kayo na tumindig at maging matapang kung nasan ka mang larangan at kung ano man yung ginagawa mo. We were given a gift to dream for ourselves and for others. Do your best in your chosen field at maging pinakamagaling doon sa larangan nito. There is no monopoly in service, there is no monopoly in leadership. You can choose to serve with the best that you can with whatever field that you chose to be. Be brave to continuously dream, and as you strive to fulfill your dream, I hope that could bring our country with you. Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much again, Sir Michael Miatari. I think the final thoughts or message is really fitting for the title of this webinar, for this leadership talk. Be a TAMSpiration, right? I think ramdam na ramdam po namin, Sir Mike, that we are inspired after this talk, and it's a way for us to really reflect, on our own capacities, magkaroon ng reflection in our own level, how we can be a true leader and how we can really embrace the qualities of a true leader. Salamat po, sir, again sa pagpapaalala sa amin at pagbibigay sa amin ng makabuluhan at na mga impormasyon, na magagamit natin mga student leaders. Really insightful and informative, sir. And again, Sir Michael Miatari, thank you so much for your valuable time and for gracing this event with your knowledge and experience. And of course, to all our students in attendance, please do not forget to answer the online student activity evaluation form so that we can also provide you with your e-certificate of attendance, after submitting your evaluation of this event. We would like to invite you again soon to another ULEAD Leadership Talk. On behalf of the Far Eastern University Career and Placement Office and the Office of Student Development, many thanks to our dear student leaders, aspiring student leaders, for joining us. We hope that you've learned a lot from today's ULEAD Leadership Talk. For updates, please check the Career and Placement Office official Facebook page from time to time. Again, thank you also to the Marketing Communication Office, Sir Ian Evasco, for making this live webinar possible. And as we end, may we invite everyone to join us in singing our FEU hymn. Of course, our Mike will also be part of this singing. This is again your MC, Ron Gascon. Keep safe, everyone. Be brave. Tamaraos.